The TV Land Award for Groundbreaking Show goes to a series that elevated sitcoms to an art form, The Mary Tyler Moore Show. It won a record 27 Emmys, including Outstanding Comedy of the Year in 3 of its 7 seasons. Mary Richards was single and didn't mind. She wasn't desperately seeking a man to marry. She was an independent woman with a career, warm, loving, and vulnerable, with an extended family of friends and coworkers who spoke to each other as if they were holding real conversations, not merely setting up punchlines. But make no mistake, there were laughs and plenty of them. The writing was as brilliant as the casting, and the show was simply a realistic depiction of a modern, thinking, caring woman in the 70s. That's why it was groundbreaking.
You know what? You got spunk.
Well,
I hate spunk.
I remember when the Mary Tyler Moore Show was on, and I remember it really having a profound influence on me, because here was a young, single woman working in television, really making it on her own, as the theme song said. And it was really kind of revolutionary in that regard.
Read it. All right.
out loud!
Mary Tyler Moore Show was perhaps the greatest show that was ever on the air, as far as I'm concerned. It was beautifully written and, of course, beautifully performed.
I think a man should be virile and macho and just reeking with masculinity.
Well, what do you think?
Thank you, God. Do you have anything with hair?
They were real people, playing real people. And that's important.
I usually look so much better than this.
One of our famous Mary Tyler Moore episodes came from my mother and aunt breaking up at a funeral. And that became Chuckles the Clown.
Chuckles the Clown brought pleasure to millions. And what did Chuckles ask in return? In his own words, a little song, a little seltzer, darling.
There was something identifiable about Mary Richards' vulnerability, I guess. Here was a really smart girl. Mary was very bright, very successful, but the only thing you knew for absolute sure was that she loved her friends and her friends loved her back.
I think we all need some Kleenex.
There's some on Mary's desk.
They were definitely a family, and telling goodbye to each other was a little bit more than we out there in the great unseen audience could take. I'm not kidding. I think I've shed a tear or two.
Thank you for being my family.
Mary Tyler Moore Show was groundbreaking simply because of its excellence.
It was really bright, intelligent, extremely funny, brilliantly acted, wonderfully directed. It was a great show.
You're gonna make it after all.
Here with a special tribute to the Mary Tyler Moore Show from Will and Grace, Eric McCormack.
Some people meditate, some people mope, some people read to relax. I have another way I use to cope with the pressures, the pains, the what do I do's. I turn on the TV and kick off my shoes. I calm down the moment I see her there, throwing her cap in the brisk Minneapolis air. Mary, Mary, Mary Tyler Moore. It reminds me of my youth, the humor, the truth, the laughs, the tears. It can't be 26 years. I adore Mary Tyler Moore. spouts with weight and all her sharp sarcastic quips. Want some chocolate? Sure, why not? Just place it here, right on my hips. Right, kid? Unassuming Murray and his ever-balding head, and the quintessential egotist, that newsman known as Ted. Phyllis with her causes, she was always off the wall. Oh, and there was Lars, her phantom husband, we never saw at all. Sue Ann, who was always on the make or flaking crust. And I very nearly died the night that Chuckles bit the dust. Mary, Mary, Mary Tyler Moore. Every episode of Gem at WJM, I was there from the start. I knew all the parts by heart. I just adore Mary Tyler Moore. Mr. Grant was great. He always knew just what to do. He was gruff, he was warm. Still, Mary couldn't call him. Let us not forget Georgette, the perfect mate for Ted. And the wondering if Mary ever really went to bed. You know what I mean? Mary, everybody, Mary, Mary Tyler Moore. What a series, what a show. The gang I grew to know, the laughs, the tears, they have been part of me for years. I just adore Mary Tyler Moore. Give me more, Mary Tyler Moore. Let's bring it down a little, Jerry. Late at night, when I'm alone, she's a friend I've always known. They're all there on my TV, and the whole damn thing, sorry, Mary, darn thing is free. And though time can't be controlled, Mary Richards won't grow old. Thank God she'll be in reruns for a long, long while, so she can always turn the world on with her smile.
Let's say thank you to the Mary Tyler Moore Show family, winner of TV Land's groundbreaking award.
Accepting for the Mary Tyler Moore Show are Gordie Howard, John Amos, Lou Grant, Ed Asner, Rhoda Morgenstern, Valerie Harper, Phyllis Lindstrom, Cloris Leachman, Murray Slaughter, Gavin McLeod, Sue Ann Niven, Betty White, and Mary Richards, Mary Tyler Moore.
Oh, my. Thank you. Thank you so much. There is no way for me to communicate how thrilled and touched and deeply moved I am by all of this. And Eric, wherever you are, thank you for that lovely, lovely tribute. This being here tonight and accepting this award reminds me of how badly reviewed we were by a brought-in audience that CBS hired to judge our efforts. It turns out that it still lives in history as the worst testing show of any that had ever been shown. So the lesson is, believe in yourself. Know that you're doing good work. Don't think about the awards to come or what it all means. Just concentrate on it. I want to thank all of this group of people who I love dearly. And I want to thank Grant Tinker for having put it all together to begin with. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Those were the happiest 7 years of my life. It was a gift from God. I thank God. And I thank every one of the people who created this beautiful sphere that we were allowed to live in, love in, and enjoy for 7 years. This equals all of them. Thank you.
And standing here with us is Ted.
Thank you very much.
My phone number is area code 310.
To Alan Burns and Jim Brooks, who called me one day and said, we think we might have a job for you. Thank you so much for the job. God bless you.
That is Betty's number. I only can echo what Ed said, because for me, too, it was the happiest 7 years of my life. And I remember when we started our last show in front of the live audience, Jay Sandwich, our resident director, is so brilliant. He said, okay, kids, you're never going to have anything like this in your career again. Just take that show, put it up on the top of a bureau, and go on and making a living. And thank God we've all been able to do that. Thank you.